Did you know that 62% of Maryland children lack necessary reading skills? There's definitely a tremendous need to help young readers increase their proficiency here. Our next guests are experts in the field of reading and have created an app that will not only entertain young readers, but also motivate them to develop their reading skills. Here to tell us more about the OgStar Reading App are Dr. Fran Levin Bauman and Stephanie Nislow. Welcome, you two.
Thank you.
Happy to have you here. So I've got a 5-year-old, so I'm really interested in this app. Tell us first about the problem here in Maryland and the lack of reading skills. I didn't realize it was so high.
So the problem in Maryland is actually all over the country. It's not just here.
Okay.
And it is a bit of a crisis when you consider that many children, that you mentioned 62%, most of the statistics across the country are very similar to that.
Why do you think that is? Why is that happening?
Well, there's a whole lot of reasons. One of them is that there's been a shift in philosophy of how to teach reading.
Okay.
And there is a science of reading, and our app actually follows the science of reading.
Okay, yeah, tell me more about the app. How does it work?
But the thing about it is that, you know, a lot of times the school districts or the private schools or wherever you are may not have programs that do follow the science of reading.
Got it.
And so we have a lot of variability in instruction, and that's one of the reasons we created OgStar.
So there's not a baseline of how you should be teaching it, or there is, but it's sort of evolved, and the app sort of works to even that out. So tell me how that app works.
So there are a lot of students who require something other than what they're getting in the traditional classroom instruction. So our app is Orton-Gillingham based, which is a method that's been around for many, many years, and mostly students have been receiving it when they've had private tutoring. But we wanted to bring that methodology to students everywhere. So the app includes phonological awareness, which has been shown to help early readers learn how to read, and Orton-Gillingham decoding skills, and then it also has fluency practice. So students are instructed in a very systematic way to learn how to read, and it's very interactive. So they're not just typing on their screen, they're actually writing words, using their voice, and using a multisensory approach, which is really what helps these students the most.
Right, and keeping them engaged. I saw you both on the video there. I mean, like I said, I have a 5-year-old, so this is something that I'm always trying to get her to, you know, enjoy, actually. And I feel like this app is one of those keys. You make the learning enjoyable. So there's games.
We tried. It's gamified, so there are characters that encourage the students as they move through different landscapes and different games, and they get different sort of rewards within the game so that they're motivated, and they work at their own pace. So no one's rushing them ahead to finish the workbook page. They're working at a pace that makes sense to them so they can retain what they're learning.
And what is the age group that this app caters to?
So it can be used with kids who are in pre-kindergarten.
Okay.
All the way through 8th grade.
Oh, all the way through 8th grade. Great. So if you
It's
find
2
yourself...
to 3 years worth of curriculum.
Well, I love that too, because I feel like sometimes our older students don't want to admit when they're having trouble reading, or they're, you know, they want to get ahead. So this is something that will encourage them as well, and to do it sort of in a discreet way.
Right. I mean, students can be using this in schools that have purchased the app, either independently in the classroom or with some assistance of a teacher or aide. But they can also be using it at home, in a private way, like you said, which is important for some students to have that option.
Well, I know that you are giving people the opportunity to use it both ways. Today, you're offering a free iPad app download to the first 10 viewers who email info@ogstarreading.com with the subject line free OgStar WMAR. Keep in mind you must have a 4th generation iPad or newer for this app to work, and please note the age of your child in that email so that you receive the proper download. Thank you so much for being here, really appreciate it, and we'll be right back with more Midday Maryland right after this. Stay tuned.